By the end of 2026, Paultons Park will be home to 5 different theme lands, all with different levels of quality. From all the way back in 2011 with their first official theme land with Peppa Pig World, every few years an area in the park is redeveloped into a much more modern and appealing area to be immersed in. The park's most recent investment into a theme land will be Valgard when it opens in May 2026. However, the park will not stop with the new theme land after Valgard opens, even though the park is pretty much landlocked now, with no undeveloped land being inside the park itself. So if there's no longer any undeveloped land in the park, where am I suggesting a new land could go? Now, taking a look around the park, there is still some underutilized sites, such as the old plot of the Raging River log flume. That was removed at the end of 2024, and the space has been left empty ever since. Now, if the park decides to also remove the Seals and Diggers ride near this site, it opens a pretty big plot of land for a future investment. Now, an investment in this area is almost confirmed for the future, as the park will not continue to let this area sit in the state it is for much longer. Now, going back to the topic of this video, if this whole stretch of land was redeveloped, I don't think it will be a new area within itself. I think it will be incorporated into Valgard due to it being right next door. This could see a brand new roller coaster, multiple flat rides, or even a new water ride being added into this location in the future. So if I believe a brand new theme land could be coming to the park in the near future and it won't take up this site, where do I believe it will go? Personally, I believe the area which will next be redeveloped into a brand new land will be Critters Creek. Critters Creek opened up in 2015 and was the park's first attempt at an original theme land. The land only has 2 rides, the first being Expedition Express, which is a small Zamperla train ride which was made for the land, along with the Zerativity coaster now known as Caterpillar. Caterpillar was just a retheme and refresh from its original name Stinger, which it had ever since it opened in the year 2000. This does make Caterpillar the park's oldest operational coaster, however it is still quite popular, not as much as modern coasters such as Flight of the Pterosaur or Storm Chaser, but it does still pull some crowds. Now, why do I believe that Critters Creek will be rethemed into a new land even though it had this treatment done to it just over 10 years ago? Now, one of the reasons that I believe this so strongly is the park makes a very big deal about how with every land they build they improve on the last. I just don't see this with Critter Creek at all. Now, in 2015 the park was much smaller than it is now, but remember, just a few years before this they had opened up Peppa Pig World, which is one of the best themed lands in the UK. So by their own standards, Critters Creek should be on par, if not better than Peppa Pig World in terms of the theming and overall experience, both of which the area does not deliver on. In my opinion, Critters Creek is the worst themed land in the park. I do enjoy some of the unthemed areas more than I do Critters Creek. The reason I don't enjoy this land at all is just because it feels so outdated and tired. All the theming props have been worn down, the paint's peeling and they're fading, so now they really show their age. Along with that, there's barely any actual theming in the land itself. On the pathways surrounding you, there's nothing. The only theming is actually inside the ride area of Caterpillar, which is fine. Theming in a ride area is good, however, you need the theme to surround you to immerse you, and there's nothing. The actual theme of Critters Creek is actually pretty simple, but a mess at the same time. The whole land focuses around hybrid animals and new species, which is fine. However, the physical theming looks so incredibly tacky, it looks like something that would be featured in the front half of Energylandia. I believe the only good bit of physical theming inside Critters Creek is the front car of Caterpillar. I think that looks amazing, but compared to everything else, the area just falls flat. I just don't think Paultons Park really cares for Critters Creek anymore. I believe they see it as outdated as well, as if they wanted it to be a key land in the park, they would constantly maintain it with repaints and additions such as Peppa Pig World. For example, the track on Caterpillar is now peeling so much you can see a lot of the old colour scheme of Stinger. To have a headlining coaster of an area have its paint completely come off in some sections to reveal its old colour scheme is definitely something Paultons isn't known for at all. It's been like that for quite a few years now as well, making me think that them not doing any work on it shows it could very well be on the chopping block. So that's most of the reasons why I believe this area will be redone soon. However, if it is redone, I can see the new area stretching out the footprint even further than what it is now. Right next door to Critters Creek there is 2 rides, Kentucky and Teacups. Both of them are quite old, they're not too popular as they are some of the only rides to open later on a quiet day, and they are both rather unreliable. I believe that these 2 rides would both be removed in the future to make room for a bigger area than what is the current footprint of Critters Creek. So I believe that Critters Creek will be leaving the park in the future, but what will be replacing it? Paultons Park isn't exactly known for their unique theme land ideas. You've got Wild West with Tornado Springs, Dinosaurs with Lost Kingdom, and Vikings with Valgard. I don't think this trend will end with a new area. I think it will be a very generic theme that they improve and add their own story to make it unique and one of the best in the UK. Now, thinking of generic themes that I could see Paultons investing in the future, there's two that really come to mind. The first is a fantasy type of theme with magic, animals and stuff like that, somewhat similar to Critters Creek, but improved a lot and actually with a story. The second theme I can really see Paultons investing in, and the one I believe it probably will be, is a Pirates themed land. I think Paultons could do a Pirates themed land incredibly well. Now, pirate themed lands aren't even that oversaturated here in the UK, unlike other themes that Paulton has. Dinosaurs, for example, incredibly oversaturated. Wild West and Vikings also at other parks. Of course, Paulton's does their own thing with it and makes them stand out, but pirates only really have a few themed lands in the UK. You got Mutiny Bay at Paulton Towers, and then you've got a sort of pirate themed land at Chessington, which no one really talks about except from Blue Barnacle. That's amazing. So it's almost a very safe bet to invest in pirates, as not many other parks can offer that, and thus they can draw in lots of guests who want that type of themed land. Like, just take a look at Pirate Takeover at Paulton Towers in the February half term. That event was incredibly popular. There was 60-minute queues for CBeebies land rides. The appeal is there. People want it, it's just no one offers it at a large scale. Now, whatever this themed land turns out to be, pirates, fantasy, whatever, I believe Caterpillar will be removed. It's a very old coaster now. 2000 is when it was installed. It is 26 years old now, and I think it needs to be removed for something more modern. The ride does face quite a few issues, especially with the UK weather. If it rains, the ride has to reduce its capacity for some reason. I presume that's on a technical level. I'm not sure the exact reason, but it has to go down, so its queue goes right up. Even on quiet days in the park, if it's raining, you'll still be waiting quite a while for Caterpillar. So if I'm suggesting removing Caterpillar, what coaster type would I like to see replace it? Now, personally, I would love to see a Gersauer airtime coaster, like Megalodon. That looks absolutely amazing. If the rumours of a Mack Rides water coaster being added for 2027 are true, which they pretty much are, the park's lineup would be pretty well rounded out, with the only missing piece being a launch coaster. And thus, a Gersauer airtime coaster would fit perfectly in the park's lineup, or even a Vekoma New Gen Family launch coaster instead. I can also see other flat rides being added to this land. If it's a pirate theme, I think they will either incorporate or relocate the pirate ship that's next to the main stage, as that is a little bit far compared to the main centre of the land being where Caterpillar is now. You never know, they could even invest in a larger pirate ship and put it next to the water at the back of the park. That river will fit nicely with a pirate's theme as well. Whatever this land is themed to, I think it will be a huge improvement compared to Critters Creek, and I really hope it happens in the near future, as there's not much other space the park can use. So that's just my speculation on where I think the next land will go after Valgard. What are your thoughts on the next area of Paultons Park? Where do you think it will go? What do you think the theme will be? And what rides and attractions will be added? Please leave your comments down below. I love reading them. I love to see what you guys want the future of Paultons to be. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed this video. It's my first one in around a week, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you liked it. Yeah, all that stuff. Bye.